So we have some other people on with us. Welcome, everyone. There you are. How are you? Is that a fish I see over your shoulder?
Yes, it is.
That's cool. I used to, my dad was a big fisherman. And so every year for our vacation, we'd go camping and fishing. And then I kind of got into deep sea fishing
Nice.
with one of my spouses, and yeah, and scuba diving. So I, a lot of fish stuff.
Neat.
Yeah. How are you doing, Jenna?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Doing pretty good. Much calmer this week because the microphone's working and
Yay.
no tech problems. So far so good, right?
Good, yes.
Y'all getting ready for Thanksgiving?
Yes. Yes, it's fun. I love Thanksgiving.
Me too.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Absolutely. I was telling somebody that I'm taking a little time off over Thanksgiving week, and I said that I would reach out to them when I got, back in the hot seat. And it's like December 5th is when I get back. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. Hi, David. Hi, Therese. I see you guys. Mwah.
There. Okay. Hello.
Oh,
Good to see you. Took a while to find the buttons.
I totally get it. How are you guys doing?
We're pretty good on a Friday night. Here you're talking about Thanksgiving and the
Right.
drive to Wisconsin, so we just kind of show up. We don't have to do much.
Ah, that's nice. I'm actually hosting this year, and so far I have a head count of 10.
Ooh, and you have time to be with us. How blessed are we?
Well, I'm taking care of a little bit of it, and then everybody's bringing stuff, and I'm trying to make it as easy on myself as possible so that I could spend time with people. That's my whole thing is spending time with everybody. So
Exactly. Good. Yes, but still, it's that planning ahead.
but I'm a planner aheader.
That's good.
If I'm going on vacation, I'm like packed a week before. People make fun of me, but and
I
I have
hope to be like that.
lists and lists and lists. Hello, welcome. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, how do you pronounce your first name?
Well, that's my husband's name because it's his computer, but I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday night.
Thank you. You as well.
Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I've been really excited today. Just really looking forward to this. Hi, Laurel. Hi.
Hello there. Happy to be here.
Multiple times in one day, seeing some of you folks. So I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes to see who else is going to join us. I know that there's a lot of people off screen. If you're off screen and you want to ask a question, I'm not going to be able to read the chat while this is happening. So if you need to ask a question, you're welcome to pop on screen. There's a hi, Catherine. There's also a raise your hand function that gives a little yellow hand up in the corner and moves you into a slot. So Metatron, that's helpful for Metatron as well. But reading the messages in chat, yeah. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Awesome. 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 All right. So bear with me for just another moment. All right. Okay. 2 more minutes and then we're good to go. So I know that most of you have been around when I'm channeling Metatron or Elijah or someone else. And I just really want to remind everyone that there's a lot of information that comes through channels, right? A lot of information. And I always ask people to please use your discernment. Some things are going to land and they're going to feel right, and you're going to go, it's a big yes. Some things are going to be, and maybe that's not for you, or maybe that's for later. But if it doesn't resonate, right, please just let it go and use your discernment. The whole journey with Metatron is about our sovereignty, learning to trust ourselves, learning to understand who and what we are, right? Meaning we, the collective, not me and he, but you guys as well, because each and every one of you are channels. We were organically created that way. And so it is always our pleasure to come and answer your questions and spend time with you. Okay. So I hope you have some good questions tonight. Hi, welcome. Nice to see you.
Hi, Wendy. I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to turn my camera on.
Mm,
I did it.
sounds like somebody I know. Welcome. Nice to have
Thank you. Thank you.
you here. All right, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and begin the transition of bringing Metatron in. He'll come in and say, hey, for those of you who have not heard him before, he kind of has a funny voice, and I always hear his voice like that, whether I'm channeling him or just communicating with him during the day. And it helps me to distinguish what's just the voice in my head, which we all have, right? And what spirit's voice. And so when he comes through, it is just a little bit different than mine. Have a great time, ask great questions, and I will see you on the backside. All right. Okay. All right. Good day to you. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
It is good to see you. Hello, Laurel. Good to see you. Hello. Hello. Happy Friday night. We are so grateful that you joined us today. Here you are on the brink of holidays coming up, and your year ending and a new year beginning. such incredible things awaiting you in 2024. Everybody really wants and needs that, right? We've been talking about the possibilities available to everyone in 2024. And 2024 is a year of energetics that will allow you, the individual, to awaken, to ascend, to grow more in 1 year than you have the last 10. So what does that tell you about next year? It's going to be intensive, yeah? It is going to be intensive. Pardon us. We got lost. So we're kind of calling it, and this is humorous, right? What you know as sink or swim. A sink or swim year. Now, when we say sink, we are in no way referring to failure. When we're talking about sink, you are the individuals that are going to align with your soul, and you're going to take the inner journey next year, that journey of healing all of your traumas, right? The inner journey of discovering who and what you are and growing yourself, right? This doesn't mean this is not a year of growth for you. It just does not look like explosive growth for you. But when you take the inner journey, at the end of next year, then you will burst like a shooting star, right? For those of you that are swimming, there's going to be lots of opportunity for growth, and we would encourage you to stay on top of the wave. And how you do that is to use your tools, meditation, your community, learn, continue to study so that you can grow. Neither one of these, sink or swim, is right nor wrong. It is all absolutely in alignment to what your soul needs to do this next year, right? And we know that everybody kind of goes, yes, we want that magnificent explosion next year. But if that's not your soul's journey, be aware that it would be very uncomfortable for you and probably not as dynamic as you are hoping. So I encourage each and every one of you to drop into the level of the soul. It's easy to do, much easier than you think. If you will quiet yourself, if you will breathe, if you'll imagine or just talk to what is the soul aspect of you, you can have a dialogue, you can have clear understanding, you can have shared vision with your soul. And you become a co-creator as opposed to someone who's just along for the ride. Wouldn't that feel wonderful? So it is an auspicious year, this coming year, lots of potential, lots of intensity, and we'll be here for you. If you have challenges, if you have questions, right? We'll come and meet you here every month, so that we can help you through it if that's what you need, right? We are happy to be of service to your evolution. All right. enough of our chit chat. We know that some people have questions to ask, and it looks like we're going to be speaking to David and Doris first. Yes. Welcome, my friends. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Metatron. Thank you. And this is kind of a question of curiosity. We've heard several channels over the last 6 or so months in regards to the vaccine. And some have said that those that have taken or gotten the shot, if you will not partake in the ascension process. And I find that, this whole thing of free will and such, I'm like, well, is that really a genuine perspective? So we posed a question to you, Metatron, about
Thank you so
vaccine and the whole ascension process.
We appreciate that question. And the first thing that we're going to say to all of you, God I am, God you are. To believe that any kind of medicine is going to throw God off its game is a foolish notion. And pardon us, we do not mean to offend anyone, but you are sovereign, you are a God being. Whether you choose to receive a vaccine or not does not prevent you from ascending. Every choice you make brings lessons and blessings, and sometimes both together, right? And there's no wrong choice. And so using your discernment and speaking to your soul to see if this is something that is necessary and right for you, and honoring that's not going to keep you from ascending, right? There's no one on this planet that will not ascend. It's that the Marines, no man left behind, right? No soul left behind. As you evolve, everything else evolves. Your angels evolve, your ascended masters evolve, source evolves. It's continual. So it is not a correct assumption.
Thank you. We appreciate that reinforcement. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Indeed. Indeed. All right. Who's next? If you can find the yellow button or flag us down, we are happy to answer your question. Laurel, welcome. Many blessings, our friend.
Thank you. It's always such a pleasure to be in your presence, Metatron. My question is, I'm starting to have an interest in color therapy. And this is not so much a personal question, maybe for the collective here. Can you start explaining a little bit about the powers of different colors and where we might use something versus another one? Thank you so much.
All right. Well, each color has a vibrational frequency. And of course, every vibrational frequency impacts the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic bodies differently. And so utilizing different color rays to heal the body, it's a brilliant therapy. We encourage all of you to do some research on what is the magenta ray. Everyone know what the color magenta is? It's a pinky purple. Yes, it's quite bright and beautiful. Yes, indeed. So what makes magenta so special is that most color waves move horizontally, right? Magenta is circular. It moves in a circular pattern. It contains both the alpha and the omega energy because it is in a circular pattern. It is one of the most potent healing colors that you can use, right? It will and all colors, not just magenta, but when you are gazing at the color, right, it is picked up by the optic nerve. The optic nerve delivers that vibration to your vagus nerve, and then the vagus nerve takes it to all the organs and all the parts of the body, right? And that is how the vibration is disseminated into the physicality. Magenta is a self-healing tool. If you have magenta, you can lay it over a picture of yourself and run some energy through it. Magenta glasses, right? Some of you have, we have talked about different colored glasses, right? Magenta glasses and gazing at the candle flame will really impact by bringing that color into the body. And you can also visualize the colors in your hands-on healing and use yourself as that vessel, that container to move that vibration into the physical body. So we are impacted by color at all times. Watch how your body feels when you wear different colors, right? You notice sometimes when you wear festive colors, you feel a little bit more festive yourself, right? And somber colors, you feel a little bit more grown up, right? So color therapy is a very in-depth and dynamic study, Laurel. We think that you would really enjoy it. We'll speak to our woman off screen, and she will tell her there's a book that we'll share with you. All right.
Thank you very much.
Anything else we can help you with?
Oh, we can keep going on, but no, I will cease and desist for this point in time.
Another question later if you want.
Okay, dear. All right.
All right. So color. Hello, Jeff. Welcome.
Hello.
How can we assist you?
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you last time. And geez, it's just it's an old pattern, obviously. So have I done enough to break through? Why is it taking so long for me to break through, and why is it so difficult and stressful? What am I missing? Or am I missing anything?
That's a great question, because a lot of patterns, a lot of things that you're working through are connected to trauma. And trauma lives in different bodies. It lives not only in the physical body, but the emotional body and the energy body as well. And sometimes when you're doing the healing work, it's you're kind of peeling off the layers in multiple bodies. One of the things that we see is that this pattern, it's like you think about it a lot. It's almost like it has a story attached to it. And sometimes letting go of the story really helps you to let go of the pattern or the trauma. One of the tools that you can use, Jeff, is the tool of telling yourself the truth. And this is for everyone. If you have a pattern, if you have something that loops in your brain all the time, if you're reaching back into the past and pulling something into the present that bothers you, please sit down, close your eyes and begin to run that story, run that scenario, one frame at a time through your mind, through your imagination. And with every frame, look at it. How are you feeling? What was your thought right before this? How did someone respond? Are you taking too much responsibility for this frame or not enough responsibility for this frame? And you go through the story frame by frame by frame, telling yourself the truth to the best of your ability. And if you do this a couple of times on those old stories, they dissipate. And so the pattern can begin to shift and change as well. We would say for you that there is still an anchor within the physical body that hangs on to this pattern. There's beautiful, you can go into your Akashic records and work, but we want to share that we have been working with individuals to heal their traumas and patterns that are stored in the body's perineum. Does everyone know what the perineum is in the body? Right?
No.
It is the place right behind the genitals before you reach your bottom. It is that space. It's smooth skin. For anyone who's had a child, it's been stretched. For anyone who has given birth and had to have what is episiotomy, it's been cut. But it holds trauma right down there by the root chakra. And we call it the Akashic records of the physical body. And there are protocols and tools to be able to drop into that place and begin to process and remove very easily old stagnant patterns and old, even past life traumas, right? So don't give up, my friend. It's a process, as so many things are a process, because each time you make headway with your patterns and your traumas, it takes you up another step on the ladder. You learn something occurs, you're growing, right? The frustration, we understand. Everybody wants to move through it quickly, but understand that your soul has a vision of the outcome of this for you, right? And so please drop in and have a chit chat with your soul so you can listen to what the wisdom of your soul is explaining to you, asking you to do, or asking you not to do. We do not see that you're missing anything. You've been working at this diligently. There is there's so many tools that we could offer you today. There is a book, have you heard of Right Use of Will, Jeff?
No.
The Right Use of Will is a very, very small book that will help to facilitate healing by opening your divine will. So if that is something that interests you, you might take a look at it. Plan to be triggered. And when you get triggered, put the book down until you can pick it up again and read it, all right? It's one of the books where you take it bite by bite by bite. And it really might bring some illumination for you, right? Might shine with a light. And, You've done good work, Jeff.
I hope.
You've done good work, right? It
Okay.
will come to resolution, my friend. There's just a little bit more
Okay.
to be cleared, all right?
Okay.
Does that assist you?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, it's been hell. I don't know. It's just going on so long. But
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Well, and I will share with you, Jeff, that our channel, even after doing this work for almost 35 years and clearing and healing and all of that, all of a sudden is revisiting the trauma of her abusive childhood and all of the anger and the rage. So
Mhm.
it comes at appropriate times, right? And makes its presence known so that you can welcome it again. That's a funny way of looking at it, but trying to get rid of the patterns, it's almost like you have to embrace them and welcome them first before they will shift for you. Okay.
Yeah, I think I've done that.
Yeah. So keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
Please don't don't think that you're failing. That is not what is happening. All right.
I'm not failing.
Good. Good. And if you ever feel like you're sliding into that, please reach out to our channel. She will be happy to have a chat
But
with
I
you.
am. But the reality is, I am failing. When you go through this, you are failing every day.
Again, please.
The reality is, when you're going through this, you're failing every day. You can't break through.
Sometimes if you can rethink the way that you speak to yourself or speak about what you're going through and remove or change the can'ts and those words so that you're opening it up. Right now it's a contracted energy, Jeff. If you can open it up with different dialogue, different inner dialogue, and different ways that you speak about it, it sounds odd, but it is helpful. Okay. No
Okay.
more cants. No, do not cant yourself, my friend.
On what?
Do not
I'm
cant
trying.
yourself. And call upon us at any time, please. Right? You
Do what?
call, we will be there. Right? In your space, 24/7.
Okay. You're the boss.
All right. Sounds good to us. All right, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, Jenny, you have a question for us. Huh?
Hey, Metatron, nice to see you again.
Indeed.
So I'm going a little bit light this evening. I would like guidance on our dog Lady. She's sorry, she's getting a lot older, and she has congestive heart failure. And is there anything else that we can be doing than what we're already doing? I thought I was going light. Sorry, everyone.
No, this is the perfect place. Do not ever apologize for your emotions, beloved one. So it is that also, please note that one of her hips is also kind of giving her a little bit of grief. You may have noticed that as well.
Yeah.
And in spite of all of it, she's content.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so glad
Yeah.
because she's lost her sight also. And
But you're her vision, right? She uses her nose. She's, she's very attached and she's content.
okay.
And so animals have a little bit different perspective on death and dying. They don't even think about it, right? That's a human thought process. And so she's going to be content until it is her time to transition, right?
Okay.
So keep giving her all the love that you give her and any snacks and treats.
I love that for sure. I'll do that.
Yeah, and just know that you cannot expect the same things from her that you have in the past, and just be sensitive to how things are moving forward. And that's the best thing that you can give her.
Okay. So we have a lot of different medications we're doing from the vet. In the past, I had tried like the CBD oil, but it didn't seem like it really agreed with her. So we stopped that. Do you have any insight if maybe I should try and resume that in addition to like the Western medicine type medications?
Yeah, the CBD for some reason is not in alignment or in harmony with her body, and it may
Okay.
also react with some other medications.
Yeah.
There are just some that are allergic, and so she kind of has an allergy, a histamine response to it. And when there's congestive heart failure, you do not want the histamine response because that creates more fluid in the body. All right. So we do not recommend that, but as always, we ask you to please use your discernment because you're mom, right?
Yeah, thank you. You
Indeed.
told me the last time when I met with you and Wendy that I have intuition. I just need to listen to it. So thank you for confirming that and reminding me. May I ask one more quick question about another animal that I have?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. So this is for Divvy. He is one of our cats that we rescued. He showed up on our back porch as a cute little fur ball. The last couple of days, he's been extremely skittish and hiding out. And we've been told before that there's people that are passing on that pass through our home because there's a portal back in the woods and stuff. And so I don't know what's going on, but he's much more skittish than usual. And I guess I was trying to figure out what's going on, or if maybe I needed to try and seek some healing for him.
Well, calmness and neutrality is really needed, and he's really sensitive to, like earth changes and even weather changes. And so you might notice when those things are getting ready to happen that it becomes a little bit more skittish. But also we're going to ask you to keep an eye on his bladder.
Okay.
All right. Make
Okay.
sure that he is not struggling with a crystallization within the bladder. But other than that, we can see the spirits. Is spirit activity, but it's funny because he lives there all the time. It's not really that's getting him. It feels more earth, right?
Okay.
Feels more
Okay.
earth and then bladder. So
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Indeed, happy to help. All the fur babies, right? We love the fur babies. There's one sitting underneath the computer table.
They're the best.
Indeed. All right. So, hello, Tyke. How are you doing? 2 times in one day, huh? You are muted. There you are, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this has been a twofer day. It's been absolutely fabulous. I have a question for you. I love to read, and I have spiritual books all over my house. But you said something about not having books in your bedroom, and I do have a lot of books on the shelf. So tell me more about that.
Who said no books in the bedroom?
I thought you did, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was someone else. Is that okay, or is that not a good idea to have?
Well, are you having difficulty sleeping?
I was until we moved downstairs, and there's no books down there in the bedroom down there.
All right. So the only reason not to have books in your bedroom is that books have a vibe, right? There's an energy, particularly spiritual based books. They carry a vibration of the things that they're teaching you and talking about. So if you have several of them stacked up and you're a sensitive sleeper, you might notice that you have a more difficult time sleeping. But other than that, there's really no reason not to have your books in your room. If there's other people that have the same experience with crystals in the room, they have a difficulty sleeping with their crystals in the room. So it is just that, if you have no books in your room and you're sleeping well, run up and grab a couple of books and put them next to your bed and see if it impacts your sleep pattern. If it does, you'll take it out to the living room and go on with your night. Everybody's different, like, and you are what we would term an extra sensitive person, ESP, right? You are very much an empath, and so you're picking up energies from everywhere and vibrations from everywhere. So that's sometimes why you feel a little overwhelmed. You want to hibernate and hide a little bit. So just know that something that may or may not impact someone else may impact you. Okay.
Thank you.
Indeed. Enjoy your books.
Can I ask just one more question?
Of course.
I'm in the middle of a wonderful, delightful book. It's by Claire Hartsong, and it's the grandmother of Jesus.
Yes.
And I love this book. Oh, I'm getting so much wonderful information. But there's so many different books on Jesus's lives. I mean, how do you find which one is really the true story? They're all wonderful, but is there a true timeline, or is that, I don't know.
That's a really great question. On a grandmother of Jesus, we had the opportunity, our woman had the opportunity to meet Claire Hartsong in person times while she was alive, and she was just a brilliant, and that is of course a channeled book.
Yeah, I love it.
And timelines are an interesting thing, Tyke, because timelines change all the time. They stretch, they condense, time being kind of an illusion that human beings use just to kind of create a container for their lives, right? And so there is a true timeline.
Okay.
And it's really not in any of the books.
Oh.
And there's purposeful good for that.
Okay.
What might be the purposeful good for not knowing the true timeline?
I don't know.
When you don't know, it protects things.
I agree.
It protects lineages. It protects offspring. It protects wisdom.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So eventually, when you have Christed, you will know, right? You will understand that Yeshua and Magdalene had a timeline on this planet and have had timelines on every single planet across the cosmos.
Wow.
Indeed, you thought it was only you.
Wow. Okay, I'm flabbergasted. Thank you. I don't want to take up your time because there's other people who'd love to.
All right.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Indeed. I think we just opened the can of worms.
I think so.
All right. Jenna, hello, beloved.
Hello, good evening, Metatron.
Hello.
My question is, I actually have two. My current home is for sale, and I'm wondering if you have any insights on how that will go. And my next question is, I'm also thinking about launching a business for a product with a spiritual theme. And I'm wondering what the energy is surrounding that.
All right. Well, let's start there because that is very exciting.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of effervescent energy surrounding that. And we see that it will take a little bit of time to kind of get it all the logistics worked out, right?
Yeah.
But after you do, it looks like it's going to pop pretty quickly. And there's different people that can assist you if you require assistance with, you know, websites and getting the word out and things like that. If you need support, please check in with our channel. She has a list. She always keeps a list of people that offer services. So and it looks like what will happen eventually, it's, you know, starts out as a single thread and then you begin to add other threads to it as well.
Yes, exactly.
Right. And so what we see in the future, it is a much more robust business, right? So it has good color, pink. We're seeing pink.
Yes, yes, yes.
With that vibration, right? So good. It looks good. Any other questions about that?
No, thank you.
Keep it up. Keep it up. And you know what? The thing about starting a new business is you're on a high to begin, and then, you know, it's hard sometimes to maintain the high. Just understand that there's ebbs and flows to everything. So if you can just kind of keep in the neutral space,
Yeah.
you're not, you know, not getting disappointed. And if you feel that you are, kindly reach out, come back and join us again next time. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So now let's look at the house. It looks like that's going to be moving a little slower than anticipated. And the funny thing is that it feels like there's a little bit of dragging of the feet connected to the house.
Okay.
Right? And dragging of the feet energy, you kind of holds things back, right? It kind of contracts the energy. Right. So if it's something that you would like to see move quickly, then why the dragging of the feet? What needs to be healed? What needs to be honored?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then it looks like what's going to happen is when things finally start to move, you'll see that there's a slightly higher amount paid than anticipated.
Okay.
All right, does that help?
I can be patient. Thank you. Yes, it does very much. Thank you.
Figure out where you're dragging your heels.
I will do that. Thank you.
Good indeed.
Thank you.
Good evening. All right. We see Brenda has her hand up.
Hi. So, is it true that we crossed a very difficult portal called the 1111? Because they said that when we were crossing that portal, we were not going to feel anything, or like we were gonna feel like disconnected and everything. So at the beginning, I thought I was like, oh, maybe it's just my brain playing tricks on me. But yeah, actually, I feel after that, I feel a little bit disconnected. So I don't know if it's true or if it's just something else that is going on with me.
So energetically this year, your 1111 packed a punch, right? There was a lot of and we're calling it discordant, but that's not negative, right? A lot of discordant energy surrounding it, kind of chaotic energy, Brenda. Can you still hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So a little chaotic energy around the 1111. And so the reason for that is that it was meant to shake everybody up a little bit, because there had up to that point in time kind of been a lull and a little bit of complacent energy. And so the 1111 gateway kind of is shaking everyone up. When you reach the 1212, beloved one, everything is going to smooth out a little bit, and your brain fog and all of those things are going to even out a great deal. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not the only one that has people have stuff coming up all over the place, and technology is having a difficult time. So many people are having crashes with their technology right now, and it's all because of the how it's vibrating right now. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, that makes sense.
So keep the faith. Everything's going to be just fine. You're going to do really well if you remember to drink a lot of water and keep your space clear. Sage your space, maybe take a salt bath, those types of things to keep you and your energy really nice and clear. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're so welcome, beloved one. Thank you for being with us tonight.
It's a pleasure.
All right. All right, Debbie, welcome.
Thank you. I have so enjoyed listening to all of your and Wendy's information.
Thank you.
I have a question, and I do hope this is for the collective. When we're in situations that are ending, and it's been a very stressful process, and we come home and we are drop dead physically, mentally, and emotionally spent and exhausted. In those times, in the back of my mind, there's chatter. You have to stay positive because you can't lower your vibration. And I would like some clarity on that.
All right. All right. That's a really great question, because so many here have that experience themselves, right? You come home and all you want to do is fall face first into your bed. So does being tired mean that you lower your vibrational frequency? That is a question that we're kind of asking you. Do you believe that when you sleep, you're lowering your vibrational frequency?
No, and it's not just tiredness. It is just sheer exhaustion where it is physically and mentally and emotionally like it even hurts to say hello to the person who's taking money for gas.
Right. It's like depletion.
Depletion, yes, that's the right word.
And for light workers, that depletion means that you've discharged more than you've taken in. So
yes.
So that can lower your vibrational frequency. To discharge more than you have charged can lower your vibrational frequency. However, the constant voice in the back of the head that says you have to be positive, right, is not necessarily telling you the truth. Because you can have a high vibe when you're neutral, right? That voice in the back of the head that says you have to stay positive kind of robs you from feeling all of your feelings. And right now on the planet, feeling all of your feelings is important. It's part of how you evolve. Right, Debbie? And it's part of how you de-stress and decompress. So if you are trying to shove down feelings that, you are judging as not positive, ultimately what begins to happen is that you find your vibration lower and lower and lower. So when you hear that little voice say you've got to stay positive, you can just very gently tell that little voice, I'll be positive in a little while. Right now I just need to feel all the feels, right? And feeling all of your emotions and expressing them, if that is what feels right to you, it's an important thing, right? And you'll find that when you do that, you can then begin to recharge a little bit more easily, right? When it's like a garbage bag. When you keep trying to stuff stuff in it, if you keep it gets too full and there's no space, so you dump it out, and then there's room again to fill it up. So the preferred Metatron method is to receive an emotion, to feel an emotion, and to discharge or release an emotion, right? Instead of receiving it, making up a story about it, sticking it down there, and then trying to tell yourself you've got to stay positive, right? It'll have much better luck being in a positive frame of mind if you just feel everything. All right. Does that make sense to you?
It actually does. Yes, very much.
And beloved one, sacred selfishness, you must take care of you.
Thank you.
Please. I know you've been lectured before, but you've not been lectured by Metatron. We are telling you, this is important. You are important. Your light upon this planet is important. Please take care of you, and then take care of everything else, all right?
Thank you.
Indeed, it's important.
I understand.
We all know your journey.
Thank you.
All right. Do you feel complete?
Oh, very much.
Good. Good, good, good. All right. Michelle. Hello, beloved one. How are you feeling?
I feel much better today. I feel like it's almost gone. I have one more day of antibiotics. My voice is starting to come back.
Good.
And I'm really glad I pushed for the antibiotic, because I think it was a bacterial infection. It was not a virus that's going to last 30 days.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
And thank you for not saying yes to a 30-day virus, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know my body. This is not a 30-day virus. Give me the antibiotics or I will make your life difficult. I'm sorry.
Indeed.
I don't ask for them very often. I don't even like them. But I did want to say, Metatron, how much I've been enjoying listening to the recordings of you and Wendy and Raina, and I listened to one this morning that you're working with a woman who channels stars. Really enjoying those, and if you guys have not been listening to it, I highly recommend that you do listen to these. They're great information, great questions. I mean, you know, I've known Wendy for many, many years, and I'm getting information from this that I was like, oh, there is? Okay, fabulous. Good to know these things. So really been enjoying that. So thank you so much for having those recordings available to people to be able to listen. It's very informative.
Metatron's coming out.
Yes, he is.
Dragging his woman, kicking and screaming. Right?
No, I've really enjoyed it. It's good. It's good information. Along those lines, may I ask a question?
Of course you may.
Around the sinking or swimming for 2024. Excuse me. I know I'm a door opener. I know I tend to go through the window on an early phase. I'm not so certain that some of the stuff that's been going on with me is not already a precursor to 2024. I think it's very possible, but it would be easier for me to not berate myself along the lines of Debbie here, to know if I was going to be a sinker or a swimmer more for 2024, so that if I choose to sink and swim in 2025, I don't have to damn myself for it.
Well, beloved, the real key is to check in with that the soul aspect of you. You know how. What we see for you is that you are going to continue to kick the doors in, right? Energetically. That is what we see you doing. That is why you're here upon the planet. You open those doors so others can walk through, right? You're picking up the work that your teacher and friend used to do, right? Of just, opening things wide and like the Pied Piper walking through with everybody coming in. There's just people on the planet that do that work, and you have not laid that down. You will continue to do that.
Okay.
So I think you're going to swim.
It feels like I'm going to swim, but I also feel like I do need to pay a little more attention to what my own personal physical needs are, or I'll be swimming with without kicking, and that's not any good.
So those two things, Michelle, are not mutually exclusive. You can kick the doors in and care for yourself. This is for everybody. Just because you're working for spirit, you're doing spirit's work, you're a light worker, you don't have to, not take care of yourself. Right? It's important. Your longevity, all of you, your longevity is key to this planet's evolution. Not taking care of yourself is not an option. And that goes for every single one of you on this call, right? Not taking care of yourself is no longer an option. Okay?
Thank you.
We love you madly, and you know this.
Thank you. And I love you madly back. And also wanted to say thank you for helping with my brother as much as is possible.
We are doing our best from afar, right?
Yes, thank you.
Indeed. We will continue to assist until you let our channel know otherwise, all right?
Yep, thank you very much.
Indeed, it is our honor. Take good care of you.
Yes. Looking forward to more more of the listening to more of those.
We'll get on it. We are working with Myra once per month.
Okay.
Other things I think are going to be coming up. You just never know what Metatron has under their sleeve, right?
Yes, you're very crafty.
That sounds.
Thank you.
Indeed. All right. All right, beloved ones. Does anyone else have question? Hello, Yvette.
Hello, Metatron. How are you?
We are always well, my friend.
That's great. I have a question that's it's not geared so much around myself, but around my sister. She has a business that is energy medicine and doing life coaching and that type of thing. And I guess my question is, I know she's on the right path. Is she in the right location? And then the second part is where do I fit in to it? Because I'm not a light worker, but I feel like I should have a role. I just don't know what it is yet.
All right. So it's difficult for us to answer personal questions for someone else. If she were here asking about her path, we would be happy to answer those questions, but we can definitely answer your question about what's your role, what you're supposed to be doing, right? Why do you believe that you are not a light worker?
I guess because I don't have the same capabilities that she has and those her practitioners have. I'm working on it, actively working on it. But it's slow in coming, and I always feel like I'm sort of bringing up the rear, but I'm trying, but I'm not nearly as advanced as they are.
Well, and you know what? You don't need to be, because you're doing it at the rate of your soul. It's the soul's process in this moment. And so being a light worker isn't what you know. It isn't tools and protocols and modalities, right? It is your light. It is how you bring your light to life, to everything that you do, right? It is your unique light and vibrational frequency that when you anchor it here, every step that you take, right? It lights up the planet with that vibration. And so we're going to ask you if you will kindly give yourself a bit of a break and not feel that you are less than because you don't have the book knowledge or the certifications yet, right? You have the heart of it. You are the heart. And if you want to know how you fit into this, that's what you bring. You bring the heart.
Okay.
That is a big deal, beloved one, because a lot of times, and not intentionally, but the light workers and the healers get so caught up in modality and it has to be done a certain way that they forget the heart of healing, the heart of God, right? What it feels like to be the heart of love every time you walk into a room. That's what you bring.
Okay.
So expand it.
Okay.
Give it away, shine it out, right? And know that in truth, beloved one, and please hear us when we say this, there's no difference, Yvette, in who you are and that which we be. There's no difference between you and Metatron. And that's the same for all of you. No difference between you and your guidance. Yeah, you're in different form. You are us and we are you.
That's good to hear. Something I need to remember. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
please don't hesitate to call on us anytime. The key to understand is that any of you, when you call Metatron or any of you, your guides, our commitment to you is that we show up every single time. And whether you can see us or hear us or feel us, we're there nonetheless. And we would ask you to continue to call us, continue to ask for what you want and what you need. Let us provide for you. It is our joy to do so. All right? So know that your part of this is the heart of everything. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Keep up the good work. Your journey is about to explode.
That's what I'm hoping.
Good. Hold the intent, right?
Thank you.
Indeed. All right. All right, Julie. How can we help you today?
Hi, Metatron. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I've listened to a lot of videos, Myra Raff. I've listened to Wendy a few times. I've learned so much. So my question is, my husband has had health issues for the last 2 years, and he doesn't work right now, so I work sometimes 2 jobs, and I have 3 fantastic girls. I mean, they're young women and they're great souls, and they're so good people. And so every morning, the first thing I do is I'm very grateful for everything. I start the day like that, and I will sit downstairs with the cats usually, and just I'm grateful for everything. So I will thank, divine for everything. And then as the day goes through, I'm like, it's exhausting sometimes just to keep up. And then I'm just wondering, like, I'm asking, how do I know if you're hearing me? And is this always going to be a struggle?
We always hear you every single time. And what we're going to suggest is that you have some of your communications with us out loud, and then just be silent for any response. And it doesn't necessarily come through the ears, right? It's what you feel, what you know, any pictures that you get, right? We are there. And when you call us, please begin to trust that that is so. And I know that trust is hard to come by sometimes, right? But if you just, here's a better one, Julie, assume we're there, because we are, right? Everybody can assume that we are there when we are called, right? It's not always going to look like this. It's not always going to look like this. Hang tight, because there's still a little bit more of this, right? The light is not at the end of the tunnel as of yet, but what we see about June of next year, in about 6-7 months, right? There's going to be some major positive changes, right? And it's going to affect the financial abundance within your family, right? And your girls are so beautiful.
Oh, they are great.
Lights, right? It's hard for them too. Yeah, it's hard for them too. It's okay to let them see your emotion. It's okay for everybody to say, wow, it was really hard today. Or today was a pretty good day, right? there's a power in gratitude, and we love that you start your day that way. At the end, right before you go to sleep, maybe say, thank you. I am so grateful that I am in bed and I am cozy. Thank you that I'm so tired so that I can get a good night's sleep, right? Even have gratitude for the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that
Understood.
power goes a long way. But we see that it's going to be easing up. There's someone around you that is trying to help you or trying to bring some help to you. So you might notice that between now and the first of the year, somebody's stepping forward to say, hey, how can I help? How can I assist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
If you need support, please do not hesitate to reach out to our channel. Come back and visit us next month. We are gathering with our dear friend Kelly Brown. And Kelly was a student of Metatron and also channels Metatron. And so we are going to be channeling in tandem next month on Friday. I believe our woman said the 8th of December. And so come and receive and have some fun with two methods, seeing double, right?
I appreciate you very much, and I'm honored to be here.
Wow.
Thank you.
And we are honored to be in your presence. You are a beautiful soul, beloved one.
Thank you.
Indeed. All right. Anyone else? Indeed, Jenny, we see your hand.
Hey, Metatron, thanks. I couldn't figure out how to raise the hand again. I was wondering, where am I missing the recordings that Michelle was talking about? I was looking on the site and they're probably right in front of me somewhere. Michelle had referenced your recordings.
If you'll all go on to Metatron's Mystical Muse website and sign up to receive things,
okay.
The notifications go out and the links go out. Also on Metatron's Mystical Muse Facebook page and Facebook group, they're always posted there as well, of course, free for everyone. And there's Metatron's Mystical Muse YouTube channel.
Oh, wow. So cool. I didn't realize. Okay.
We're everywhere.
Thank you so much.
And there's also Instagram. I believe that Kat is putting us on TikTok. So there's, we're going to be everywhere. It shouldn't be too far away to find us, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Good job, everyone. Oh, hello, Laurel again. How can we help you?
I told you I'd come back. Thank you. So I've had dogs all my life, Metatron, and enjoyed dogs all my life. And this last Wolfie, Spirit Wolf is our dog. He's been the most challenging, and I do recognize that there's lessons for me with him, with his high anxiety and his aggression and this and that. My question to you, I was comforted to know that dogs are comfortable, right? That they're largely comfortable. But are we missing anything with him that that would make his life easier with all his anxiety?
Well, he kind of came into this world a little bit feisty.
Oh boy.
Please keep an eye on his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's an odd thing that we're hearing from him, but he doesn't necessarily respect you as a person. He feels that he is the leader of your pack and you're part of the pack.
Yeah.
Does that make a little bit of sense to you?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's his way or the highway.
that hierarchy. So how do you shift that, right? In a gentle and balanced way, just really act like the leader of the pack. You don't have to raise the voice, anything like that. It's your energy, right? Ground yourself. Lower your voice when you're speaking to the dog, and begin to, not waver or wobble in any of the directions that you give him or any of the instructions that you give him, right?
Be consistent. All right. Thank you, dear. Be consistent is what I heard.
That with this dog in particular, it's important to be consistent. And letting him know that you're the pack leader, right, is important. And your significant other also needs to be aligned with this. Okay. All right, keep up the good work. He may never be one of those snugglies, but at least you can have a little bit of less of an adversarial relationship.
We hope. No, but I mean, largely he's a beautiful animal. He truly is. But yeah. He has his moments.
Yeah.
As we do.
Indeed. We know that you love him. So, all right. Does that assist you?
Yes, thank you very much.
Good. All right. Are we winding down, or does someone else have a question? Teresa and David, you've popped back up to the corner. Did you have question?
It just caught me saying that it was very interesting, and I really appreciated being here tonight. Apparently, Metatron wanted to hear that out loud.
Well, thank you. It is always a joy to be in your presence, and we wish everyone happy Thanksgiving if this is something that you celebrate. Yeah. And here come the holy days. We hope that you'll treat them as holy this year and really take care of yourself and set the container of special this year. Special doesn't necessarily mean the presence. Special just means the energies, right? Beautiful. Brenda, we see the little hand up again.
So you wanted to ask about my child. He is 3, and he has a little bit trouble with kind of like paying paying attention. Like his attention span is like really, really short. And his teacher is kind of saying that he needs to more like kind of like child development classes. And so I'm kind of worried about, autism. And he also like, it's hard for him to sometimes, when I hug him or kiss him, he doesn't want me to hug him or kiss him. So I don't know if that's something I really need to worry about, or how can I help him to get out of it.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that comes up is he's 3, right?
Yeah,
and there's a certain energy of a 3-year-old, right? And if someone doesn't want to hug and kiss you, what can you do? You can ask before hugging and kissing, and if somebody says no, you honor that boundary, you honor that space, and you engage him in other ways. And even though he's 3 and needs to act like a 3-year-old, there's something about your worry, that energy, creates a little bit of anxiety in him as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, a lot of sense. Yeah.
The teacher is just doing their job and keeping an eye and alerting you to things. I would say to give it a little bit of time until their next checkup. When are they seeing their pediatrician next time?
I believe in August of 2024,
Okay.
but they still want him to, like, he's in preschool, and they want him to go to another school so they can like use this program to help him in this other school. So yeah, that's what they want me to do.
So please, if you would contact the pediatrician, contact the pediatrician and have a consultation and say, this is happening, and get the jump on it. Changing the school, we are not certain that is resonating, and of course it is your discernment, beloved one, but we would ask that you reach out to the pediatrician and say, listen, this is going on and I'm concerned. What do you suggest?
Okay.
Right? Don't wait until August. Even if you just have the doctors nowadays can even do something over the Zoom, right? And have a conversation, right?
So, but do you think it's not autism, right? Or maybe a little bit.
We are number one, we're not a doctor, but what we're picking up on is more anxiety related, but we are not clear. We don't believe that it is autism, beloved one, but we're not getting clear information one way or the other. All right. So please contact the pediatrician and have a deeper conversation. All right.
Okay.
All will be well. Whether your child has autism or has ADHD or any of the other childhood things that go on, everything's going to be fine. The child, everything is going to be well. So if you can just breathe and try to do your best to let go of the anxiety, that will positively impact your child as well. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right. All right. All right, beloved ones, I believe that we are complete for today. Thank you all for coming and sharing your energies. We send each and every one of you so much love. We're going to take a moment and invite our channel back so she has an opportunity to say goodbye to you, right? She gets to say hi and bye. I get the good stuff in the middle, right? All right. Until next time. Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome back.
Oh, I'm still wiggling my toes to get back in my body. I've been out more
Most
today
of the
than I've
day.
been in. Like channeled all day, channeled all night. How did everybody do?
Great.
Did you have a good time? Good. Good.
Marvelous. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. And next month, I'm getting together with my friend Kelly Brown, and it's going to be 2 Metatrons. So come and have some fun with us. I'm also co-facilitating a year-long program next year that's going to be extraordinary. And if you want more information about that, it's on my website, Metatron's Mystical Muse. And I have some singular standalone classes coming next year that are going to be really cool. So keep your eyeballs out, and I'll keep you in the loop. Okay. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. All right. All right.
Thank you. very-
Thank you.
Bye. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Stay well. Bye.
Bye.